Welcome to the live stream, everybody. My name is David Lee Roth. I'm just kidding. This is Chad with Open Your Reality. We are on the Kriya Yoga School and Open Your Reality live stream. Today we'll be answering your questions, and this is Vedgurudev. Let's just jump right into it. And if you're
I like your Babaji hair, Chad. Very beautiful and fitting for Kriya Yoga.
Thank you. People think this is 80s rocker hair. It's actually Babaji hair. Babaji had to wear a hat too because the sun was pretty bad in
Babaji
the
hair.
If you have questions, you know what to do. Drop them in the live stream. And now, let's begin. Question number 1. If you could ask my avatar Babaji any questions, what would it be?
I wouldn't have any questions for Babaji. Babaji is doing a great job. He doesn't have to answer any of my questions. I work for Babaji. Babaji does not work for me, so he doesn't have to answer any of my questions. Babaji is driving my car around. I'm just witnessing him drive my car around. So I would thank Babaji for the great job he's doing, bringing peace and Kriya Yoga to the world. Thank you, Babaji.
Question number 2 is, what does spiritual really mean?
This is a good question. So spiritual, in my definition, would mean you're self-aware, you're conscious, you're more calm, you're more serene, you're more loving, you're more compassionate. You just enjoy life. You're happy all the time. You're blissful all the time. So this would be my definition of spiritual. Just a happy, enlightened being all the time, and nothing can bother you.
Very nice. That's the kind of state that I get in sometimes. Like yesterday, when I was swimming in the ocean. Not a care in the world. Felt like a fish.
Exactly. Enjoy yourself. Swim around. Enjoy the water on your body. Enjoy the sun on your body. Life is beautiful every day.
Vedgurudev, what was the most spiritual experience that you've ever had?
The most spiritual experience I ever had was day 1 on the Kriya Yoga path. Babaji struck me with a lightning bolt, and it was my body wasn't ready for it. It was like I was a 200-watt light bulb getting 10,000 watts of energy. I was like, yeah. So that was probably the most spiritual awakening, realizing I'm a Kriya yogi. It was in Kathigarma, Sri Lanka. So that was definitely the most spiritual experience I've ever had.
Next question is, will Kriya Yoga teach me mastery of my soul?
Yes, definitely. Kriya Yoga brings your soul to the forefront and brings all the distractions to the background. They say in Kriya Yoga, go down to your basement, open all the windows, clear out all the dust, throw away all the boxes. So Kriya Yoga teaches you how to throw away all the trash that you don't need. It's most of the stuff in your life, 90% is probably distractions you don't need. So you don't need to keep the trash no more. Throw it away. Bring your soul to the forefront and let your soul shine. Be free, soul. Be free.
Be free. Vedgurudev, how has your relationship changed with your guru now that you are a guru too, if at all? Can you still call on your guru when you need guidance?
Yeah, it hasn't changed at all, really, to be honest. Like, I don't really even consider myself that much of a guru, even though people call me that. It sounds kind of weird for me to even say it, even though my name is Vedgurudev, so my name has guru in it. But, yeah, I basically graduated from college, and my guru sent me out into the world to spread Kriya Yoga to the world. So I got as far as I could with my guru, and he sent me on my way to help other people the same way he helped me.
Very nice. Here's a question that I was curious about for you. Vedgurudev, have you ever attended the Kumbh Mela festival? Maybe you should tell people
Yeah.
what that is.
So the Kumbh Mela is a great festival of all spiritual beings. I actually attended it in Hardwar on the Ganges River, and all the spiritual beings, no matter what belief they have, swamis, sadhus, gurus, yogis, lamas, all spiritual beings meet and they purify themselves and they cleanse themselves in the Ganges River. So it's a beautiful time. It's beautiful spiritual vibrations and a lot of colors and a lot of satsangs and uplifting each other no matter what spiritual belief you have. Kumbh Mela.
Yeah,
Outstanding.
that was talked about in the book Autobiography of a Yogi. That's where I believe it was Paramahansa Yogananda met Babaji, right? I think he met him there, or he met him in a few places.
Yeah, I think it was. I'm not sure. I think it was Keshabalanda, which is Yogananda's teacher.
Yeah,
Saw him at the Kumbh Mela. But
yeah.
if you see Babaji at the Kumbh Mela, it wouldn't surprise me because that's a great place to give blessings to all spiritual people all at once. You could probably even find your guru there if you're searching. There are a lot of them there. Pick which one vibrates the best with you and resonates the best with you, and you will find your guru at the Kumbh Mela. I'm sure they're taking applications all over the place.
Vedgurudev, if a spiritual retreat or school was manifested near your home where you live in Thailand, to have students come visit for further spiritual teachings, is that something that you would be interested in?
Absolutely. I would love to see all my students and all their happy faces in person at my house and feel their energy and have a great spiritual retreat or yatra pilgrimage by my house in Thailand. That would be outstanding to see all the happy faces and all the blissful people in person and feel their energy.
Vedgurudev, what do you find challenging or dislike in your role as a guru?
Challenging? Well, like I said earlier, I don't really like the role as guru. I don't like to be put up on a pedestal. I think I'm just a regular yogi like anybody else, like any of my students. So I don't like to be put up on a pedestal or even called a guru. I just like to think of myself as a regular yogi who did the inner work. So that's probably the thing that it doesn't bother me. I enjoy it, but it's there.
Yeah, of course. Well, Vedgurudev, are you lonely? And what would you like people to know or understand about you and your journey?
No, I'm never lonely. Babaji is with me every day. I say Babaji's driving my car. I'm just witnessing him drive me around. So I feel all the ascended masters, all the sitas, all the Kriya yogis around me at all times. So I'm never lonely because I have a happy Kriya yoga spiritual family all around me, and I can feel their presence and their energy around me all the time. So I'm never lonely. What was the
Beautiful.
second part?
What would you like people to know or understand about you and your journey?
I'm just a regular person, just like you. I just did the inner work. I'm nobody special. I'm no enlightened being. There's no yogic background in my family. I just did the inner work. I dedicated time to my practices and I did my sadhana, which is yogic practices, as best as I could. So if I could do it, you could do it.
There's a question here. I've always been sensitive to large crowds. Being in a full elevator makes me feel like I'm suffocating, and even driving in busy traffic. Now, I've noticed when people hug me, shake my hand, or touch my hair, I feel like I need to take a shower or wash myself because I feel dirty. Why are some people so sensitive, and others are not?
Once you start meditating and bringing your vibration to a higher awareness, you start to get sensitive to other people's energy. And sometimes you don't like to go in certain places, or you don't like to be around certain people because you feel their energy, their trash is becoming your trash. So you don't want their trash to become your trash. So you are sensitive to it. Like, I don't like the energy in this place. So the more you heighten your awareness, the more you become more conscious, the more you feel sensitive to other people's energy and vibrations.
So true, so true. I know Nikola Tesla never shook people's hands because he was aware of that energy and he didn't want it on himself. As well, when I shake hands with people, mostly men, I tend to wash my hands as soon as I get a chance. Women, not so much. But anyway, I resonate with that. And there's another part to this question. What are some coping techniques for this? I feel like I need to find a better place to live with energy I resonate with, or I will be really clean with all the showers I'm taking. So what are some coping techniques?
Coping techniques are being self-aware, being conscious, being mindful. All these techniques will help you overcome being a detached witness, being an observer. These are great techniques to help you cope with anytime you feel negative vibrations or negative emotions. You kind of put up your shield so it can't affect you.
Okay. I have a question for you, my own personal question, and then I'll put you a full screen so you can answer it. And my question is, of all places in the world to live, and you are from the United States, why did you choose to live in Thailand?
The opportunity came when I was a famous DJ. I went on tour of Asia, and to fly from Miami, Florida to Asia was like about a 24-hour flight. So I was getting booked a lot in Japan and China and Hong Kong and all these places, which was a very long flight, an expensive flight. So when I came to Thailand, it reminded me of, I call it the Asia, Miami of Asia. So like, it reminded me of Miami, but it was in Asia. So I decided when I came out here, I liked Thailand. It was a great place. And when the opportunity came where a nightclub in Bangkok, Thailand made me their resident DJ, I went back to Miami. I thought about it and I said, well, let me give it a try. So I was like, I'll try it for 30 days because you get a 30-day tourist visa on arrival. And if it doesn't work out in 30 days, I'll just go back to DJing in Miami on South Beach. And that was 20 years ago. So obviously it worked out. They call Thailand the land of smiles. They say once you come here, you never go home. So I'm living proof that I never went home.
Unfortunately, I had to go home, but I would love to come back. I just need to figure it out.
Before you go on, Chad, I wanted to tell you something. I think these are last week's questions.
Well, we did ask them with Vedmuni, but I don't think you really gave your answers.
I think these were before Vedmuni.
Really?
Because I just edited these. I just edited these questions today, and I was like, coping techniques. I just edited that today.
Okay.
June 7th. Maybe check your email.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I was thinking like maybe I got confused. June 7th and June 17th. But that's okay. I will check my email while I'll ask you some new questions. Are the Tantra yoga paths that focus on the Shakti female energy, such as Shaktism and Sri Vidya, compatible with the Kriya yoga path?
Yes, definitely. All these kind of fit together like a puzzle. They all work together. So just because you do Tantra doesn't mean you can't do Kriya Yoga. They all kind of work together. And Shakti is the feminine power of the universe. So Shakti, it kind of balances. They say Shiva and Shakti meet on your crown. So like Shiva is the masculine and Shakti is the feminine power. So they all work together. I love Shiva and I love Shakti. So it's like yin and yang, balancing female and male, masculine and feminine, balancing each other out.
I have a question here about numerology. I've had a couple of people on my show. I had Jordan from the Waters Above channel and his friend. Can't think of the name right now. Sorry about that. But they talked a lot about gematria. Numerology is kind of like along the same lines. Does numerology interest you at all? The power of numbers?
Yeah, it does, but I haven't researched it too much. I've seen other gurus, they do Vedic astrology. And you told me I'm a life path 9, so you would know more about astrology than me, but it interests me. I just haven't had the time to do a deep dive into astrology and gematria and Vedic astrology. But I like it. Why not?
Yeah, we've got Veronica says that, yes, we were asking the questions from last week. Sorry about
that. You know how I know? Because I edited these questions today into shorts, and I was like, coping techniques. I know I edited that today.
Well,
I don't.
You could always make 2 videos on it because your answers are not going to be exactly alike.
Yeah, I think my answers were better this time, but it's okay.
It's okay. We got it right now. So my next question is, does your role as a guru at times feel more like being a life coach than like a spiritual guru?
Yeah, it does, but I like being a life coach just as much as being a guru, because it's my job to help our students overcome whatever problems they have. So whether it's burning it in the holy yagna fire, whether it's me being a life coach, whether it's me being a spiritual guru, I want to be a one-stop shop. So whatever you need help in, I want to help you, and especially all my students. So anybody who signs up to the Kriya Yoga School, I will be your life coach. I will be your spiritual guru. I will burn all your problems in the holy fire. Whatever you need, I'm here to serve you. I want you to live the best life you can.
Yeah, I also think you're a good listener. And I think that's part of it, of being a good guru, good life coach, is being able to listen to your students and not just talk all the time like some coaches do. So I appreciate you.
25. Thank you, Chad. $25, I will be your therapist. Send me all your problems. I will solve all your problems in the Kriya Yoga School. So whatever problems you have, health problems, money problems, emotional problems, give them all to me. I will solve them for you.
Yeah, and not only give them to you, but then you take them and then you'll burn them up in the fire. So pretty cool. You don't see too many, there's not too many therapists doing that.
Swaha.
Yes. Jyoti, Jyoti, Jyoti. What is it? Saram?
Yeah, Jyoti, Jyoti, Jyoti Soyam, Jyoti, Jyoti, Jyoti Param, Swaha. Jyoti is the light, so we're giving all your problems to the light. And Agni is the god of fire. And when you say Swaha, the god of fire accepts your problems as an offering, and he burns them up for you.
I just find myself saying Swaha now certain times, Just
whatever you need to throw away, give as an offering, Swaha, Swaha. This don't serve me no more. Swaha, Swaha, Swaha.
Yeah, I want to thank Veronica for being a member of our school at the kriyayogamasterclass.com. If you guys want to sign up, right now it's $25, but that price may be going up soon. Maybe.
This Friday we're doing a yagna, so if you sign up right now, I will burn your problems in the fire this Friday.
Yeah, classes every Saturday. Live classes. And anyway, let's get back to the questions. What are the signs that you've had a Kundalini awakening?
Ooh, this is a good one. So the signs you have a Kundalini awakening is basically all your chakras are open. most people, they have problems with blockages, the lower chakras, which is like ego, desires, materialism, sexual desires. They're all in these lower 3 chakras. So when you really have a kundalini opening, it's basically like a golden serpent snake golden coiling up your spine, and when it comes to your crown, it opens its hood, so it's fully awake. So we say when you get to the crown, and when you say the bija mantra for the crown, kundalini, wake up, like you're waking it up. It sleeps in the root chakra, and it coils up, and it pierces all 7 chakras and wakes up on the crown. So when you have you feel total consciousness on your crown, that's when I would say your kundalini is most awake. So in our school, we have bija mantras, which are sound syllables that open all 7 chakras, and we open our kundalini slowly and gently, so it's not dangerous. In our last interview, Ved Mooney said it could be dangerous, but I've never had the experience where anybody had any kundalini waking up, like they start shaking, like convulsions or stuff like that. We open it smoothly and gently from the root to the crown. So if you try to go to the crown, maybe you have a dangerous experience. Just open it from the root to the crown. And there's a very nice video class, guided unblocking all 7 chakras in our school. So
Yeah.
If you feel your chakras are blocked or your kundalini is stuck, just go through that. It's worth $25. Just that one class.
Yeah, that's true. We have a beginner course in our school. We have an intermediate course, and we have an advanced course. So you have access to those.
And we have asanas. We have a Q&A where these questions I answer in short form. So if you have any questions about anything, you could get that. We have daily practice. Obviously, we have all 15 classes on demand. You can watch anytime. We have all our yagnas on demand anytime. And soon we'll be posting an asana page. So you could, if you want to go to asanas, you can. You want to go to different techniques, you can anytime.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're going pretty much above and beyond what most people ever offer. Even the ones I've seen schools offer $100 that don't give that value. It's got to say, objectively, it's a very high value for a very, very low price. But if you are interested in learning yoga the right way, and if you are interested in raising the quality of your consciousness, increasing your meditation practice, and talking with us, I probably won't be wearing this hair and hat there. I just grew it out recently, but yeah, we're there too. So let's do a few more questions.
You know what else I wanted to say? When you go to a yoga studio, they only teach you one fold of yoga. They only teach you postures or asanas. We teach all 5 folds. We teach you how to meditate. We teach you how to do asanas. We teach you how to breathe, pranayama breathing, secret yogic breath. We teach you how to do mantra japa. We teach you how to do bhakti and sing bhajans. So it's a one-stop shop. So you don't need to go here and get hatha yoga, get here to learn breathing. It's all included. So
yeah, and you could do these at home very easily. You know, Vedgurudev takes his time. He explains everything, whether it's an asana, which is a physical posture, or a breathing technique, or mudra. He's doing it all. Let's go to the next question, which is, what are the necklaces that you're wearing around your neck? What is the purpose and meaning of them?
Good question. So these are called Raksha beads. And most Raksha beads are 108, but some are 54, which is half a mala, which is 54 is half of 108. So this Raksha is called, they consider it tears of Shiva. They say when Shiva cried, he made Raksha beads. So they enhance your energy. They're good for mantra japa, so you don't have to keep track of 108. You just go through one mala and you do 108. And you know once you get to what's called the guru bead, which is the main big bead at the top, then you've got to 108. So it helps you focus, it helps you concentrate, it gives you spiritual protection. Raksha beads, 108, one mala. So I'm divinely protected by my Raksha beads, my necklaces.
Yeah. These questions, a lot of these questions from Veronica, excellent questions. What happens in a Kriya Yoga initiation? And does it need to be done in person to be handed down?
I would say a long time ago it needed to be done in person, but with new technology, I can basically transmute my energy to students, and that's basically what you're doing in any initiation. I'm initiating you into asanas, I'm initiating you into pranayama, I'm initiating you into meditation. So it's basically teacher transmitting to student. Some teachers like to transmit in person, but I know in this day and age, it's very hard to get on a plane and fly to Thailand and see me in person. So it's perfectly fine if I transmute it to you over the internet through our live class or however we do it every week.
Here's a question that I kind of wonder myself. Do you think you'll ever run out of subjects to teach at the Kriya Yoga School online?
No, never. Because there are thousands of asanas, there's thousands of pranayama techniques, there's thousands of different meditations, there's thousands of different mantra japas and mantras to deities. So we never run out of subjects. Like, we have never really repeated any subjects. We have infinite amount of subjects. So you don't ever have to worry about me running out of any subjects on the Kriya Yoga School. I assure you, I will have new, fresh techniques every 2 weeks. And in the second week, we will review what we learned, the new techniques in the first week.
Okay, excellent. For a successful spiritual marriage with a householder yogi, and I understand that you're married, would there be a need for an understanding also when you're also marrying, like for instance, this person says, would there need to be an understanding you're also marrying my avatar Babaji? And he goes, okay, I got it. Sorry. So in other words, for a successful marriage with a householder yogi, would your partner need to have an understanding first that your yoga comes first, your practice comes first before them? Or what would be needed from your partner? What kind of understanding?
That would be great, but it usually don't happen that way. Usually they think the practice of Kriya Yoga or any yogic practice is taking you away from them. And you can't really be controlled the way they like to control you before you got into Kriya Yoga. So that would be a nice situation if it was possible. It's not possible in my situation, but yeah, it would be nice if your partner would understand that this is my Kriya Yoga practice and it's important to me, so it should be important to you, and you should give me time and space, and so I can not have any distractions when I'm doing my Kriya Yoga sadhana.
Yeah. Well, I'm fortunate that my partner is becoming more understanding of me. I'm not married, but yeah.
You're lucky, Chad.
What was it? A young man went to Socrates and said, should I get married or not? And Socrates said, either way, you'll regret it. So basically, damned if you do and damned if you don't.
Exactly.
I never believed in a piece of paper to officiate things from the government anyway, so, but you know me. All right, let's get to the next question. Are there any ascended masters incarnated on Earth at this moment that you know of?
That I know of? Well, most ascended masters, they kind of work in the background. They're kind of invisible. So they wouldn't want you to know that they're being a spiritual guide. They're helping you along the path. But when you heighten your awareness and you heighten your consciousness, you could kind of feel their presence around. Like, I can't tell you who's around, but there's somebody around anytime I'm doing my yogic practice. And really, it doesn't matter. They're working in the background. They don't have no expectations. They don't want the fame. They're just around helping you, guiding you on the spiritual path, which is beautiful.
Very nice. We have another question here from Veronica, which is, can you explain why Kriya Yoga is such an effective and results-driven practice compared to other spiritual practices?
I mean, I resonate with Kriya Yoga the most, so I don't know if it's more effective than any other practice. For me, and for our students, it's more effective. But I think it's up to you to find out what works best for you. So what is the most effective? Whatever makes you feel the best and the most calm and the most peaceful and the most happy and blissful. This is the best practice. Whether Kriya Yoga is for some people and it's for some people it's not. So I don't try to say Kriya Yoga is for everybody. Find out for yourself. If it works for you, then get on the path of Kriya Yoga. If another tradition of yoga works for you better, get on that path. It's whatever works best for you. That would be the best path. But I agree, Kriya Yoga is very effective in my case and our students' case.
Vedgurudev, have you ever skipped a day of your Kriya Yoga practices?
Absolutely. You know, no, I don't. You try to do yogic practices every day, but life happens. Sometimes you gotta fix your car. Sometimes there's other stuff you gotta do. It's somebody's birthday, so it's happened. You shouldn't beat yourself up about it or feel guilty about it. Tomorrow is a new day. Get back on the path. Like I said, Patanjali said, the path of Kriya Yoga is not a straight line. It's a zigzag. Some days you do your practice, some days you don't. Don't beat yourself up. Dust yourself off. Get back on the path. It happens to all of us.
Absolutely. Why are yantras? So, is it yantras or mantras? I've never heard of yantras before.
Yantra. Yeah, okay. I know. Yantra is the geometric symbol of God. So like you see on my jacket, I have the yantra, the Babaji, which is like a circle with a square with a triangle in it. So different deities have different yantras. So Shiva has a yantra, and Ganesh has a yantra. Ganesh's yantra is a square pointing up and a square pointing down. Shiva is kind of like a star, like a pentagram, and different deities have different yantras. But yantra is basically a geometric symbol of God, so it represents God. So some people, instead of praying to a picture of God or a statue of God, they would pray to the yantra of God, and that's just as effective.
Okay. See, we're learning something here. Do you stop reincarnating when you reach full enlightenment? I think this is a question that I've mulled over before. I have my answer. Maybe I'll give after you, but go ahead, Vedgurudev. Do we stop reincarnating when we reach full enlightenment?
I sure hope so. I would like for my soul to be free and go home. I would like to get off this hamster wheel and not come back. Goodbye, physical meat suit. You don't serve me no more. My energy is moving on. So I hope I try to get as far down the path of yoga, Kriya Yoga, as I can in this life. So hopefully when I transcend my physical body, I can get off this hamster wheel and go home and sit around the campfire with Babaji and all the ascended masters. That would be beautiful.
Yes. You know, I'm a proponent of Tom Campbell, but I disagree with him on this one. He says that we just keep going on and on and on. And I do believe that we reach a stage where we no longer have to come back, at least to the earth plane. We learn our lessons, we absolve our karma, we burn it off, or we've taken care of it. No more lessons to learn. But I do believe that there's one or two possibilities. Either we move on to a higher plane, a better world, maybe like the spirit world, or another world like Earth, but much more harmonious. David Wilcock talked about, like in the law of 1/4 density consciousness, being 100 times more harmonious than the Earth plane. Or like Osho says, when we become enlightened, we just become like the drop that falls into the ocean. We, in a way, lose our individuality, but in another sense, we gain the whole. So it's one of those two, I believe. But yeah, I don't think anybody knows 100%. We all have to kind of guess a little bit when it comes to the bigger questions. Although some things we do know, or we can
I would.
we can say due to so many people's similar experiences in near death, like an NDE or near death experience, we can say, oh, okay, well, thousands of people are reporting the same experience, then it's probably so. Again, probably, not 100%. Go ahead, Vedgurudev.
I would like to think it's both. I would like to insert myself back into the source, like you said,
Yes.
drop my drop of water back into the ocean. Put my flame back into the sun. However you want to define it. So, yeah, maybe it's all of the above. Who knows? If I find out one day, I'll send you an email and let you know.
Hey, well,
Or
didn't Lahiri, no, Sri Yukteswar, who is Paramahansa
right.
Yogananda's guru, when he died, so when Sri Yukteswar died, he came back some months later and appeared before Paramahansa Yogananda in the flesh, looked just like he did in real life, and told him not to worry, that he's on another planet working with more advanced students. So, hey, if you're going to come back and send me an email, that's fine. I would welcome it.
Chad, I'm
Hey,
on a different planet teaching students. Don't worry about me. I'm good.
that would be quite amazing. But I definitely don't want you to leave just yet. We have big plans for the Kriya Yoga School.
Well, I got a lot of work to do, so I'm not planning on transcending my physical meat suit anytime soon.
Excellent. Glad to hear that. Let's do a few more questions. What does success look like to you now that you're not attached to the world of Maya, illusion?
Yeah, success looks to me like being more self-aware, more conscious, more loving, more compassionate. Just a happy, loving, blissful being. This is what's successful to me. Like money, materialism doesn't really define your soul. It's just some fairy dust you need to get through the world. But this would be what my definition of success now that I'm on the spiritual path. Being more compassionate, loving, um, more conscious, more self-aware. You know, these are great things to aspire for once you're on the spiritual path.
Does anything ever surprise you now after everything you've experienced and seen? That's a good one.
No, nothing really surprised me anymore. Like, I kind of look at it like I'm looking at a movie. So even if I saw different CDs like Levitation, I would just look at it like, oh, that's interesting. But I wouldn't attach myself to it. It wouldn't really surprise me because I've seen a lot of unbelievable things on my spiritual journey. So now I'm just kind of like, it's kind of like watching clouds in the sky, like water under the bridge. So it doesn't really surprise me anymore.
How can you tell if someone has a pure soul? Do you think you've met anyone like that recently?
Yeah, when I'm in the classroom, I can feel my students' energy, their soul. So they all have great souls. They all have great questions. They all have pure energy. So how you would know somebody has a great soul? They're loving. They're compassionate. They're self-realized. They're self-aware. They're they're kind. They're calm. They're serene. All of these above define like pure souls. They don't want anything from you. They don't have any expectations. They want you to be the best person that you could be, and they love you wholeheartedly no matter what you do. This is a great soul.
Hmm. We have another good question here. I know a lot of people will be interested in this one. there seems to be a trend of people taking ayahuasca to have a spiritual awakening. Is this safe in your opinion? And any other psychedelic drugs used as well to achieve a spiritual awakening?
So, the first thing I'll say that people don't know, Ved Mooney is an ayahuasca shaman. So, he has high knowledge about this and he's done many experiences. So, this is a good question for Ved Mooney. He could answer this way better
Well,
than I could.
well, Ved Mooney is your friend who you met on the path in the Himalayas. He's from
Right,
Brazil, and we had a live
right.
stream with him last week. So if you haven't seen that live stream, that's who Ved Mooney is. Yeah, okay. I didn't know he's very experienced with it.
So, I'll add to this. Some people like the lightning path to become self-aware, self-realized. Maybe ayahuasca can help you. I don't know. But I would suggest if you try any of these drugs, which I'm not advocating for you to try any kind of drugs. I like for you to do the inner work and internally realize yourself. So you really don't have to have any external thing. But if you feel you need that, all I would say, if you're going to have experience like this, try to be in the most blissful state, because this will probably magnify the state you're in. So they say in yoga, when you die, try to be as happy as possible, because you'll transcend in that state. So if you use any of these drugs, ayahuasca, just be as happy as you can, and you'll probably have a great experience. If you're in a state of fear, it'll probably magnify that state of fear. Just as is my opinion. I've never tried ayahuasca, so I don't know what I'm talking about. Just as this my opinion.
Hmm. All right, let's do just a couple more questions. And if you have viewers have any questions that relate sorry, that relate to this live stream, let us know. Because I see a lot of political comments from the time we started this live stream to the time we are right now. Threshold Moment has been the center of attention, posting a lot of
Oh,
comments.
he's there? That's my friend from
Yes, yes.
2 weeks ago.
He's been inspiring other people to respond to him about political questions. But we're not getting into politics in this live stream right here. All I can tell you is politics. Many ticks don't trust the ticks.
Polytricks.
Polytricks. You know, to think that any politician is going to be looking out for you is ridiculous. Anyway, never trust it. We should vote on the issues anyway, not on a politician. All right. To truly liberate our soul, do we need to have a dark night of the soul and face everything within us? In other words, is this the only way out?
Some people choose this way. They try to go through their vasanas, their samskaras, all their karma, and exhaust it that way. And some people, like me, don't really see it's necessary. We take that rock off our back. Whatever happened in the past, we let it go. We exhausted that karma. It happened. I'm not holding on to this rock anymore. I'm throwing that monkey off my back. I'm letting it go. So it depends which way works best for you. If you want to go through your trauma and relive it so you don't never have to think about it again, that's one way. Or if you just want to not think about it and let it go and not even acknowledge it, it happened. I learned from it. I move on. It just depends which way serves you the best.
Swaha. That's it.
Swaha. Jyoti, Jyoti, Jyoti Soyam, Jyoti, Jyoti, Jyoti Param, Swaha. Gone forever. Swaha.
We have a comment from Threshold Moment. He says, we don't want to get into politics means that we are not based in logic and reason, and we know it and don't want it to be shown. No, that the answer to that Threshold Moment is that this is not a live stream about politics right now. This is a live stream about spirituality, about Kriya Yoga, and everything related to it. So that's what it is.
I'll answer that real quick.
Sure.
Why would you worry about something you can't control? It's going to
Exactly.
be what it's going to be. You think you're part of the team of politics, but you're not. They do not serve you. Do things that serve you and free your soul. Watch the movie like the joke it is. Pull the curtain, Toto, and see the Wizard of Oz. He is not trying to help you. You think you're on their team, but you're not on their team. Do
It's
things
all
you can control.
it's all bread and circus, just like when you watch sports. Your favorite team wins. What do you get from that? You get nothing. They're getting millions of dollars. They're getting the accolades. They're getting to be famous, and you're just like, yeah, let's go. You want to take control of your life. Spirituality, at the Kriya Yoga School, at least, we take control of our life by actually doing the spiritual practices that move us forward. That's really the most important thing in this world, is for you to evolve your level of consciousness. Making money is
Exactly.
nice, having relationships is great, all that stuff, seeing the beauty in the world. But ultimately, it comes down to how far have you moved the needle from the time you were born to the time you died spiritually? Because if you're staying the same level or you're de evolving, well, you know what that means? You're just going to have to keep doing it again and again and again. And you'll keep going through those harsh lessons. So why not come to the Kriya Yoga School online? It's Kriya Yoga School. Do I have to put the banner up? Did you put it back? kriyayogamasterclass.com. Join us. Talk to me and Vedgurudev one-on-one at the school in the class, and we will answer your questions there. Okay, so this is
Exactly.
not right now is the place for politics, and that's, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just saying it. Okay, let's do two more questions, and that'll bring us to about the hour mark. We really don't have spiritual questions in from the comments, which is a rarity to go the whole way with no spiritual questions, but that's fine because we got so many from Veronica. This one is: do angels really exist, or is that a human construct?
Well, I can't say if they really exist or not. I could say there's energy out there, and how it's defined or how you describe it is up to you. I'm sure there's some kind of divine energy, some kind of way. Is it in a form of an angel? Is it in a form of energy? Who really knows? I really can't define what angels look like. I've never met one. I'm sure there's some divine spiritual guides. Maybe they have wings like an angel, maybe they don't. Who knows? But what their form is really doesn't matter. It just matters how they help you down the spiritual path. So, like I said before, if Bigfoot comes and he got God energy, he is my brother. So I don't care how any being looks on the outside. I only care if they're holding divine energy on the inside. So if an angel comes with wings and it has divine energy, it's my brother. If Bigfoot comes and he has divine energy, my brother. Anybody with divine energy is my brother and part of my family.
Vedgurudev, are superhero movies soft disclosure of human potential?
Maybe. I never really thought about it. Soft disclosure, yeah. If you go inside you as you'd be surprised of the potential you could have. I'm not gonna say you could walk through walls or fly or go in outer space or shoot lasers out your eyes, but you'd be surprised how far you could go. So maybe it's a subconscious message that if you get down the spiritual path and you meditate and you raise your vibration, you'd be surprised what you can do. Maybe if you meditate for 10 years, you could lift a car. Who knows? Like Superman.
Hey, I'm about to release a short video, the 5 superpowers that yogis have in real life. And I've made a longer video about that too. So if you want to know, stay tuned to the channel because I'm putting out shorts almost every day and live streams. So
Look at this,
you,
levitating.
the
There you
yogis,
go.
did you ever see the tricks that the yogis do where there's one guy standing like this and there's a pole and the guy's on the pole, but you can't see it? It's fascinating.
Oh yeah, I see. See? You want to see some CD levitation?
Yes, David.
Mm.
David Blaine did the same trick, but he wasn't in Lotus. I just wanted, before we get off this live stream, I wanted to respond to Threshold Moment again. He says, and of course, Chad needed to say that I'm some sort of Trump worshiper, but nothing could be further from the truth. I critique Trump on a lot of things. Did I even mention Donald Trump at all?
I didn't hear you mention anybody.
No, I didn't mention anybody. So why would you say that? You gotta like say factual things. Don't just make things up and then go with this whole narrative. Chad is upset with me. I am not upset with Chad. What makes you think that I'm upset with you? Why would I put your comments up if I'm upset with you? I'm not upset with you. I'm only explaining something. I'm not upset. Vedgurudev, you speak, please.
Threshold Moment. Like I said, you want to dance? It's pretty funny, but I'm a good dancer. I got my Kavachum's yogic shield up. That the best you got? You ain't got nothing. No one's talking about Trump. No one said you're a Trump worshiper. The question before was, why am I so sensitive? The only person I see sensitive is Thresholds.
Yeah, that's it. All right, well, let's do one more question. I'll do some random question here. I want to pick a good one. So I'm looking through about chakras. Okay, this is a good one. All right, down the road, when one of your Kriya Yoga students learns everything that you've taught them and has mastered all the techniques, which that is something that's probably years down the road, and has gone as far as they can on their own, and the calling is strong within them, should they then find a guru to learn in person from to get to the next stage?
If you feel it's necessary, it would be my true blessing to, like my guru did for me, send my student on their way. I got you as far as I can. Now it's up to you to go find somebody to teach you more or teach other people and continue the spreading Kriya Yoga all around the world. So I would love for any of our students to get super far down the path and for me to say, now it's time for you to go out in the world and teach other people and spread the word of Kriya Yoga. So if they feel it's necessary to find another guru to teach them more on a certain technique, by all means. This Kriya Yoga school is basically like an introduction to get you on the path of Kriya Yoga. Once you get on the path of Kriya Yoga and you have the bug for Kriya Yoga, you can take it as far as you want. If you feel like you got to go to India and look in Himalayan caves for a guru, by all means, do it. You know, get as far as you can. I would love to say, you know, one of our students after 2 months is able to sit in full lotus position. It brought a tear to my eye. I was like, yes, yes. So I want all my students to be better than me. I want all my students to go as far as they can. I don't want to be like, I'm your guru and you can't see anybody else. I want you to experience Kriya Yoga to the fullest, everywhere. And I want you to master the techniques better than I can master the techniques. So it would be my true blessing to have any of my students master and go as far as they can. That would be outstanding. So I welcome all my students' wins and testimonials and experiences. It makes me feel good.
Okay. Well, I think that concludes all the questions. Do you want to respond to Threshold Moment's most recent attacks?
Sure.
Okay. Chad and Gurudev are trying to pretend that they are above talking about politics, but they are heavily political in nature. They are left-wing ideologues. And then he goes on to say both of them are against capitalism, and yet they charge $25.
I'm not against capitalism.
Yeah, whoever said it. Why do you make these claims about us?
Why did he have to write everything in capital letters?
I don't know, but
calm down, Threshold.
Truth Detective is I'm against caps. Threshold Moment responded, I just wanted to make sure Chad could see it. Oh, I could see it. I'm reading your comments.
We could see it.
This is not their live stream for politics for me. But go
Yeah,
ahead, Vedgurudev.
yeah. So, I, if a tree falls in the woods and I don't hear it, did it really fall? I don't know anything about politics. I don't watch the news. I don't want to be a part of any kind of narrative. I'm doing my own inner work, so politics doesn't interest me at all. To me, it's like watching a horror movie. Why would I do that to my body? Why would I shock my system with things I can't control? It's like wrestling, it's predetermined. You know, Hulk Hogan, you know, is going to win, but you still want to be a part of the wrestling match.
Yeah.
I don't want to be. I don't want the Wizard of Oz to tell me what I should do, how I should live my life. I'm in control. I'm sovereign. I do whatever I feel like it. I'm a free bird. I don't want to be a part of their narrative. I don't want to be an actor in their movie. Toto, pull the curtain. Look at the Wizard of Oz. You're taking advice from the Wizard of Oz. Shame on you, Threshold.
We
But
have the first legitimate question came in from Shirley, and she says, "What foods may a guru consume?"
a guru may consume any kind of food. So there's no rule set, there's no guidelines. Gurus don't like to be put in a box. A lot of gurus eat vegetarian. That's their personal preference. But gurus can eat meat. Gurus can do whatever they want. They're free to do whatever they want. They don't want to be in a box. You know, most gurus say, "Oh, gurus should only be vegetarian." But gurus can eat meat. Gurus can do whatever they want. So there's no guidelines. There's no rule set. No guru fits into anybody's box. He does whatever he wants. He's a free bird. He flies high.
Well, I think that'll be it for the questions. Threshold moment. We're not upset with you. We like you. We invite you back to the next live stream because you're not doing anything that's above and beyond, and just you're free to speak your mind here on this channel as long as it's not super insulting to me or Vedgurudev or to others. But the reason that I'm not going to answer your questions is because of YouTube's policies. For your questions would probably cause a problem for me with YouTube, and so I can't get into it. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us, guys. Check out the kriyayogamasterclass.com and join us at the school. We're going to be adding even more value to the school. We're always adding more value. I got to add another module to the advanced course today, which I finished Vedgurudev, so I will be uploading that shortly. And I just want to say to everybody out there who watched us and joined us today, may you be blessed by Babaji. May you always walk in good health and happiness. And I thank you all for being members of our school, of my Patreon, of the channel. Subscribe. And Vedgurudev, I'll leave the last words to you.
Yeah, now, to add to that, I would just like to say that it's reasonably priced. It's $25. It's teaching you all the folds of yoga. It's not just teaching you hatha yoga. When you go to any yoga studios, they teach you what they want to teach. You are free to watch videos on demand, do whatever you want. I'm going to teach you how to breathe like a yogi, secret yogic breath, pranayama. I'm going to teach you how to do asanas, postures. I'm going to teach you how to master the mind and meditation. I'm going to teach you how to do mantra japa. And I'm going to teach you how to do bhakti. So you not only do you get one fold of yoga, which most people think yoga is hatha yoga. It's way more than that. It's 5 folds of yoga. So you get each fold for basically $25. So sign up, see if you're a real Kriya yogi. You don't never know, you might surprise yourself. You owe it to yourself to live a better life, a more happy life, a more blissful life. So sign up to the Kriya Yoga School and see if it helps you. If it doesn't, cancel after 1 month. If it helps you, continue down the path of Kriya Yoga.
Yes. Thank you, guys. I'm going to end the live stream here. We're just about an hour, and we'll see you next week. So, Vedgurudev, would you like to go out with a short prayer?
Sure. I would say the Kavacham Shield mantra, giving protection and love to all our YouTube viewers out there on the live stream. Om Brahma Vishnu Maheshwaraha Savadenti Mantra Devata Susenana Pala Rakshaka Hayom Pat Swaha. And I will end with the Shanti Universal Peace Mantra, sending peace and love to all people all around the world. Om Shanti 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 Shalom. Sat Nam Sadhu Tao Om Spirit Swami Kami Amen Amen Omen Selah Om Om. Jai Babaji, Jai Babaji, Jai Babaji, Jai Mataji, Jai Mataji, Jai Mataji, Jai Sitas, Jai Sitas, Jai Sitas. Jai Gurudeva, Jai Gurudeva, Jai Gurudeva. Happy, happy, happy. Bliss, bliss, bliss. Peace, peace, peace. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.